The 90-Day Fiancé franchise is all about celebrating love, but these female antagonists have never had successful relationships due to their problematic nature. These are the cast members who can't process being in a relationship that's devoid of drama. For them, being on camera means being on their worst behavior. These 90-Day Fiancé cast members want the spotlight to be on them all the time. They do steal the show, but they also make viewers detest them, wishing they'd never watch them again in another spin-off. The 90-Day Fiancé universe has never had a dearth of these bad girls. While they single-handedly ruin their relationships, they also earn loads of loathing from all viewers. There are hardly any 90-Day Fiancé fans who think bad behavior is entertaining. However, they have figured out the formula that to stay relevant on reality TV, the drama always has to be dialed up a notch. When Danielle wanted sympathy from fans because she had been scammed by her Tunisian husband, fans could see right through her tears, since all Danielle really wanted was attention. Danielle thought putting on the waterworks would cement her position as a permanent franchise cast member. She even threatened to deport Mohammed because he was refusing to sleep with her. The 26-year-old Mohammed had realized that he couldn't spend the rest of his life with the 41-year-old Danielle. She had not been honest with him about her situation when she got into the U.S. Danielle had lied to Mohammed about her finances. Her house was a mess whenever it was on camera. Danielle tried to use her daughter to guilt Mohammed. She thought of herself as a victim, but the crocodile tears were not fooling anyone. Mohammed was never the villain in his relationship. It shows because Danielle is still single and vying for his attention after Mohammed got married and even had a son. Chris's name has faded into obscurity after 90-Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 5 and for all the right reasons. If Danielle had kept her debt a secret from Mohammed, Chris had a laundry list of lies she had kept telling Jamie from the start of their relationship. Chris used to ghost Jamie during their online relationship and even ghosted her for a month after they got married. She was caught red-handed when Jamie showed evidence that Chris had only given her less than $1,150 during their relationship, while Chris claimed it was $10,000. Chris had narcolepsy, something that was never mentioned on the show after the second episode. She had an eerie fascination for knives. She seemingly made up a story about her motorbike being stolen, adding to her financial issues. Chris had obvious anger issues. She even tried to physically hurt Jamie during an argument. She wanted Jamie to look like the bad guy when she was just trying to make the relationship work. Chris was an expert at blaming Jamie, but the inconsistencies in her own stories exposed her. Nikki's first red flag was her age gap with 90-Day Fiancé's Justin. She was in her 30s and Justin was just a teenager named Igor. She changed his name to Justin because she didn't like the way Igor sounded. She brought him to the U.S. on a K-1 visa 17 years ago. However, once Justin was in the U.S., he learned that Nikki had once been a man. Justin had no idea Nikki was a trans woman for 2 years. Justin spent years in depression after the betrayal. But almost 2 decades later, Nikki wanted to date him again. Justin didn't end up moving to the U.S. this time around, since he wasn't too serious about Nikki. He had friends with benefits and relied on Nikki financially. He supposedly broke up with Nikki over text because she wasn't ready to fulfill his money demands. Nikki went to Moldova after 90-Day Fiancé Season 10 and was filmed to reconcile with him again. However, the split that took place a day before the tell-all was the final one. Justin found a way out of the toxic relationship for good. He chose to live in Moldova over a life of chaos. Years after her tumultuous storyline with George aired on 90-Day Fiancé Season 4, Anfissa's antics are still memorable for fans. She might be hailed as a queen by her social media audience for accomplishing her educational goals after her divorce. However, Anfissa was quite a vile person to watch on screen during her time as a reality TV star. She married George Nava for his money and made outrageous demands. When they weren't met, George was humiliated on camera. She threw things at him, yelled at him, and even hit him. Anfisa knew what she wanted but acted like a spoiled brat to get it. She had always been materialistic, and the screaming and hitting started when she realized George didn't have the money he pretended to have when they met. Anfisa had obvious anger issues. She was also just 19 years old and unable to handle her emotions. Anfisa has managed to turn over a new leaf since her 90-day fiancé exit. However, she seems to be great at hiding details about her personal life from social media. Likely she's still just as shallow in real life. Viewers have gotten tired of watching Jasmine on multiple 90-day fiancé seasons. 90 Day. The Last Resort Season 2 will not be the last time Jasmine stars in a reality TV show by a stretch. Jasmine and Gino have both reportedly filmed 90 Day, the single life earlier this year. Jasmine, like Anfisa, was with Gino until he showered her with money. Gino did it even when he didn't have a job because Jasmine was his sugar baby. She just had to scream incessantly at the older man for her demands to be met. In return, Jasmine lied to Gino on multiple occasions and seemingly even cheated on him. Jasmine's affair with her current boyfriend, Matt Brannis, was the last straw for Gino. However, Jasmine is yet to learn from her mistakes. She continues to lie about Gino to gain sympathy from fans. She'll surely find a way to justify why she cheated on him. Jasmine has tried painting Gino as a villain on several occasions only to fail. Her flair for drama gets her in trouble and lets her true colors show even though she tries to play coy. There are rumors that Angela has been fired from the franchise, which may or may not be true. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but Angela herself has been providing fans with clues. She's hinted at her having a Netflix special of her own. She also wants to go to Hollywood. However, there have been times before when Angela has been called out for her bad behavior on screen and has yet to be roped in for a new show. Petitions have been filed for Angela to be removed, but they'd all been ineffective with Angela getting season after season of 90DF. Angela's behavior towards Michael was so toxic that he couldn't live with her even for 2 months after he came to the US. So far, Michael had only had to deal with Angela whenever she went to Africa to meet him, but living with her in her house was something that Michael couldn't take. He fled and made it look like a disappearance. 90-Day Fiancé fans only wish the best for Michael. However, when it comes to Angela, they hope to never see her again on TV, especially with a new man. Lauren has been in the news for the wrong reasons lately, even though she spent years being the franchise darling for her successful relationship with Alexei Pravarnik. Lauren started rubbing people off the wrong way when she started preaching about her post-baby body on social media. Her constant weight loss updates were enough for anyone to feel insecure about themselves, especially new moms who are under pressure to bounce back after pregnancies. Lauren also praised her own weight loss success even though she'd achieved it through surgery, which she also branded as natural. Lauren was accused of wanting attention by constantly teasing about her move to Israel amid the current political climate. When she went to the country on a trip, she posed next to a memorial, smiling. Lauren's true personality of being overly self-centered was in the spotlight in Happily Ever After. Season 8. She was accused of portraying a perfect marriage and fans noticed how defensive she got, even with cast members when criticized. It became clear that all that matters to Lauren is her image. Larissa is one of the biggest 90-Day Fiancé villains for a reason. She screamed the line, "Whoever goes against the queen will die," and made it iconic in Season 6. Colt should have seen it as a warning sign. Larissa was arrested thrice for domestic abuse during her 1-year marriage to Colt. Larissa left her 2 kids behind in Brazil when she moved to the US and had still not returned to visit them. Her obsession with changing her appearance also bought her the most flack. The Larissa from 2024 looks nothing like the Larissa from 2018. Larissa was removed from 90-Day Fiancé for supposedly doing a cam show, but there have always been rumors that she would return. Larissa's toxicity in her relationships goes against the show's core values. Like many others on the list, it was never about love for her.